Yep.
Good morning, it's Lance here. Look, life is not just exercise. I've told you that and I've mentioned it a number of times. Life is not in isolation. In other words, I have to eat, I've got to sleep, I've got to move, and I've got to think. It is more than that. It's a combination and a unit of all those things together. You concentrate on one individual part of your life. In other words, your whole mind and concentration is on food, you are in a neglected state. If you concentrated completely on exercise, your whole idea and the whole of your life is concentrated upon marathons or whatever else, then you again, it has to be a fullness, a fulfillment. Each of those things have to fulfill the needs of the rest of your body. Now, if you don't do that, then of course you become imbalanced, the same as a muscle will. If I've continuously worked upon my bicep tendon and I kept doing Scott's curls, whoom, 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 and the rest of my body, I'd end up with a bicep that big, possibly a tricep bigger than that, and the rest of my body would be like Weasel or Diesel Dums. So you have to balance your life. You can't just have these things. You've got to have interests. Your interests must extend beyond the smallness of your own little world. And I think that's the first thing you have to learn. You've got to understand. Now, in the next video that I do, I will try to explain to you how the mind governs the individual parts of your body, both the reception part of your cortex and also the motor cortex, how they have maps of every single part of your body and how they control them and how those parts take over if you don't use others. So I think we'll go on to that at the next video. Thanks for being with me.